Hi, this is Mike Gray. This is my presentation over the scenario that we had of the 4th of July fireworks celebration being moved to Fenway Park because of terrorist attacks and things of that nature. I'm in a group with Tammy, and these are my five subjects that I wrote my paper on. The first one is custodial services. Naturally, when there's over 2 million people that attend an event when it's hosted outside, there's going to be a lot more people if we hold it in the confines of Fenway Park, where there's 33,000. Okay, so custodial services will have to be expanded greatly. Like I said in my paper, we will have custodians stationed at each restroom facility throughout the building, and they will clean up, messes, obstructions, things like that. There'll be custodial teams walking the concourse and hallways where patrons will be. They'll be cleaning up stuff, removing obstructions from the walkway, things of that nature. Also, there will be walking down the aisles where people are actually sitting, picking up trash, things that could cause an obstruction. Now, when we say causing obstructions, we mean if we have to exit the facility in a very quick manner, say something happens like an emergency or something. Okay. Next one. Oh, and got ahead of myself there. The next one would be, since there's going to be so many people there, naturally there's going to be people outside of the stadium watching the event, so you'll have to have custodial services out there, making sure that everything's picked up, things of that nature. And it's obstructions are very limited. Okay, so, people can get out quickly if they have to. Next thing would be transportation services. This is pretty self-explanatory, where people are going to park. Okay, so naturally you'll have the normal parking space that is there on days that there's a baseball game. Okay, that have to be greatly expanded on. So you're going to have people that are parking a long ways away from the stadium. Okay, so we'll have a shuttle system, and this shuttle system will be bringing people from their cars into the stadium area. And naturally, we're going to have to, greatly expand the area where all these buses are going to be coming up and offloading patrons. Okay, and naturally, we'll have to adhere to the Americans with Disability Act, make sure there's enough, accommodations for them. And also, it's just common sense. We have to take care of people. Um, the next one I had to cover was lighting. Fairly simple. We use the lighting of the stadium that is usually used for baseball games. That'll be kept in the place, but we're going to have to add lighting. The orchestra, for example, where they'll be sitting, you're going to have spotlights if anybody plays a solo, anything of that type manner. You'll have to have lighting on the actual playing field where people will be sitting, and we're going to have to rent, lights that are run on generators for outside of the building for anybody that is standing out there. They can see if they have to leave in an orderly manner. And vendor relationships, this is key, key, key. Okay, all the vendor relationships will stay the same. Make sure that everybody that is there during a normal ball game, your memorabilia, souvenirs, concessions, all those will stay as normal. Okay. Other vendor relationships we'll have to have. You have to have sanitation crews that will come and empty any portable facilities. Actually, you're going to have to expand on trash pickup because naturally, if you go from having 33,000 people to almost 2 million, there's going to be massive influx of trash. So we'll have to have more of that. And all this will be closely coordinated and make sure that it is kept on the same relationship that we have with our vendors that supply food items, soda, memorabilia, things like that. And this is also crucial because it's a free event. So there has to be some way that Fenway Park can make back the money. And this would be how? Through our vendor relationships. Last but not least, the most important one, customer service. Okay, so customer service, we would it would all be the same as any normal day that we have a game at Fenway Park. um, we pride ourselves on great customer service. What it would do different before this, major event is we'd have a customer service meeting. Okay, we would give people, advice on how to handle customer service, what kinds of situations that might come up, things like that. And it'd be, you know, how to work it out, how to deal with it properly. Okay, so it's kind of like a professional development that teachers go to. This is what we pride ourselves in as customer service. This is how we want our customers treated, and so on. So, that's a free event, but however, we want people to think, wow, I was treated great there, and I'll go back and see a ball game. So ultimately, it's a win-win situation for the Boston Red Sox organization because ultimately they'll gain more customers. This is my presentation on my 5 areas of responsibility. How would I deal in the event planning? Custodial services, transportation services, lighting services, vendor relationships, and customer service. Thank you. Have a great evening.